Hey, what's going on, folks? Yes, y'all know what this is. Y'all know what this week is. Y'all know what today is. This is Snowfall week, and Wednesday is Snowfall day. Yes, Snowfall season 5 premiere starts tonight, and I am looking forward to it. This is one of the shows that I don't wait to the next day to watch on Hulu, any of that type of stuff. This is one of the very few shows that is appointment TV for me. Like, the night Snowfall comes on, that's the night I'm watching it. I'm not waiting for the next day on Hulu or streaming it wherever else it's streamed. This is not a I will catch it later show. This is, I'm watching it real time show. I love some of the tweets, live tweets that I see while watching it. So now, Snowfall season 5 premiere is tonight. So let's get it. Before we get into season 5, just want to do a very quick refresher or recap. Just refresh everyone's memory on what transpired in season 4. So that way when you go into season 5, you're kind of aware of what's going on and you're not looking around like, okay, what happened with this person again? Who was that again? So let's get into it. Let's get into some of the big names. Alton, I was rooting for Alton, man, but it ain't looking good. If you remember, in the season 4 finale, he was putting Teddy McDonald, aka Reed Thompson's business, on blast, on radios, anywhere he could. He was letting people know that the mysterious death of this reporter, she died because she was getting so close to finding out the truth about Reed Thompson, aka real name is Ted McDonald. So he's putting Ted McDonald on blast. They end up having a meet where Ted McDonald wanted him dead. And of course, out of respect to Franklin Saint, he tells Franklin the location of where they're going to meet. And long story short, if you remember, CC stops what could have been like a very bad standoff or shootout, and agrees to just run away with Alton to Havana, I believe it is. Nevertheless, they run away together in order to save Alton's life. And the reason why I say it looks bad for him, remember, Cece wakes up that morning in a very pretty dress. She's all dolled up, and she just goes to just roam around the city and just seeing what's going on, seeing what's good. And shortly after, Reed Thompson comes into this beautiful apartment where Alton and Cece were staying, and he comes in there gun in hand, and Alton just gives like this sad spiel, you know, almost like a conviction of some sort, so saying, you know, I hope you know who you are in this world and things of that nature. And then they just cut to the next scene. So, you know, I'm assuming that Alton is dead just by the way that scene ended, although they didn't show him getting shot. My hopes were up that he didn't die, but I'm thinking he's out of there. The only thing I'm hoping that Cece didn't set him up or something like that, because it was mighty convenient that she left shortly before Reed came into the little place that they were staying. So I'm hoping that's not how it went down, but if it did, who knows? Maybe she had good reason. Maybe it was a harsh business move. Whatever the case is, it ain't looking good for Alton. In terms of some of the other family members that Franklin Saint is working with, Louie and Jerome. Louie and Jerome apparently want to just branch out and do their own thing. After Louie gets out of the hospital, you know, Jerome is escorting her back to the apartment, I believe it is, or the place of business where Jerome sells his speakers. Nevertheless, they meet up with Franklin, and you know, Jerome and Louie, they're kind of cold to him a little bit, but ultimately Jerome offers him a duffel bag of money, and he wants to buy some dope straight from Franklin. So he wants to start to buy product from Franklin, and Louie and Jerome do their own Bonnie and Clyde drug thing without Franklin's help. Franklin's not a big fan of that. you know, and wants to try to stick everyone together, well, keep everyone together. But Louis and Jerome ain't trying to hit it. They trying to do their own thing. So that's where they at with it. So who knows how that's going to play out in season 5. But they apparently want to branch out and do their own thing. His homeboy, Leon hasn't been right since he unfortunately killed Scully's daughter. For obvious reasons. That was a very traumatic and sad moment for not only for Scully's family, but for Leon, because that wasn't his intent in the first place. Nevertheless, man, that's what went down. Leon really wants out the game, and even on the same thing, on that same episode, the season 4 finale, he tells Leon, look, I want to be done with all this. And Franklin ain't trying to hear that. Franklin is like, look, when Scully and his crew was looking for you, I stuck my neck out for you, man. Like, I didn't give you up. I didn't rat you out. None of that stuff. So you kind of owe it to me to stick around. So I'm going to need you to suck it up and stick around. And that's just where he is. That's where Leon is at this moment. I feel like he feels obligated to stick around because the way Franklin's reasoning works, that does make sense. So Leon is sticking around, although he clearly wants to get out the game. And as far as other characters, Ted McDonald, aka Reed Thompson, he's always a mystery. So I don't know where that's going, but he clearly, in my opinion, clearly killed Alton. I feel like he's gonna pop up, if not the first episode, maybe the second episode. He's gonna pop up, and I believe just try to run business as usual with Franklin Saint. You know, despite that run-in that was in the season 4 finale. And speaking of business partners and things of that nature, Gustavo has a new turn of events as well. His love interest he finds out that his love interest, Lucille is alive, apparently, after he thought that she died or just didn't hear from her. She just like vanished. So he finds out that Lucille is actually alive, and I'm just want to see where that goes in season 5. And I'm sure that's where it is. I'm sure he's going to be still working hand in hand with Reed, and at the same time, I'm sure he wants to see what's good with Lucille, because this is quite the surprise for him, especially after he thought that she died. So and also the final one I want to bring up is Scully. You know, when I first thought about it, I thought Scully died because he was fainting and then got tackled by Jerome, and he got shot in his stomach region by Alton earlier in that episode. But he did pass out in a hospital, and I'm sure they probably rushed him to the ER of some sort and healed him right up. So I'm thinking he's going to be healed up, and because he lost not only the mother of his child but also his daughter, I'm sure that maybe it wasn't Louis that he felt deserved to die, but somebody's paying the price. I'm thinking he's gonna, you know, just regain some type of vengeance in his heart, and I think he's gonna try to come at Leon a little harder. I think he's gonna try to come at Leon for ultimately killing his daughter, and I just think that's how it's gonna go down. In terms of other predictions that I have for season 5, I predict that somebody in Manboy's crew is going to try to step up to the plate and get Franklin Saint and his homeboys out of there. So I feel like there's always going to be some bigger, badder threat, and I believe that bigger and badder threat is going to come from somebody else in Manboy's crew. Not sure who yet, but somebody in Manboy's crew. Once again, no research. This is just throwing darts at the wall, seeing what sticks theory. That's one of my theory / predictions. And on a final note, man, I just appreciate this show. I really appreciate how just the character progression happens as the seasons just keep going. Season 1, Franklin Saint was not about that. I mean, he was about trying to make extra money by selling the product and stuff like that. But in terms of like actually having to kill people and being so cutthroat, he wasn't about that life in season 1. But as season 2 through 4 progressed, yeah, Franklin is a stone cold killer, and he's just a stone cold person, period. Screwed out, he screwed over the elderly couple out of their library, and hey, he kicked people out of the homeless shelter when he was looking for Alton. So this is a clearly different Franklin Saint in comparison to season 1, man. So I just love that type of progression. That's what keeps me drawn in. It's such a in-your-face, gritty, suspenseful show, man. And I can't wait to see what season 5 brings us, man. So let me know in the comments if you have any other predictions. Do you think there's going to be any shocking deaths of some of the key characters? Anything. Let me know. Love it or hate it, folks. This is just my opinion. Peace.